And as Harold glanced over his world, he saw that it was good. At least until he started falling. Very, very slowly. Still falling. Still falling slowly.
By the way, this is from Tinker's Construct, just in case just in case you didn't know. That's where all those little slimes have been falling from.
And as Harold continued to fall, he wondered what life was all about. The question seemed to unnerve him as he fell to the ground. King Harold didn't know what to do with his life. He'd killed the only friend he'd ever known. The only friend. But then, of course, he remembered that he was a chicken and life was badass. Yeah.
I have no idea what that was about. Yeah, so I went to search among the clouds. If you stack them up, you can kinda... Well, you get stuck inside them. Well, not really stuck, but either way. You can only walk along like the bottom of the cloud, and you just fall in through the top. It's kind of weird. Anyway, so let us get to what we're doing today. Okay, so there's a few different options for us today. I mean, our inventory is getting a little bit full, so what might be a good idea, not so much with the ores and things. I have got a few diamonds now. I've upgraded this to a looting 1, fortune 1, war hammer, I guess. So I have got a few more bits of coal and redstone and all of that good stuff. That stuff is finally finished. We can pop that stuff back in there and just put in the gold. But we are going to need to switch over to some kind of new, a better storage area. I mean, it's not bad having everything all in one chest, but I'm never going to be able to have enough stuff. So what I might have to do is just start moving everything into here. I mean, it's not a terrible amount of chests, but I mean, I can upgrade all of these into iron chests at least, and then fill up all the ones in between, all these empty spaces. And that gives me, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. That would give me 14 chests, each of them which can be upgraded up to diamond chests eventually. Probably not for a little while, but... and that would be at least, somewhat decent in terms of space. It's not great. And then beyond that, I mean, I'd like to get some kind of logistics network set up. Just because, I know that stuff is back in now, and that was one of my favourite stuff. Well, one of my favourite things. Not entirely certain what everything else is. I mean, I know what a remote orderer is, but it looks like you've got a whole bunch of different colours. It looks like you can just dye it just based on what one you want, I guess. Yes. Remote orderer. Actually, I don't think I ever used that. Anyway, and it looks like we've got all sorts of McGoverns up here as well. Sneaky upgrade. It's a bit weird. So if we could get some kind of logistics network going, that would be fantastic, but they're going to cost a lot of diamonds, as well as, I'm going to need an assembly table, which means I'm also going to need a few lasers, which means that I'm going to need a better power system as well. So I think what I'll do, I'll move everything into here, and that will help me out a little bit. I'll probably put a crafting table in here too, just because, well, crafting station, and that will help me out when I'm, trying to make stuff in here. And then maybe we'll get stuff ready for making logistics networks. So power first. I might end up upgrading this stuff up here. So this leadstone energy cell, that's almost completely out of power already. Jesus, I barely even used it. Good thing I got a lot more coal, huh? So we'll upgrade that, we'll get a lot more power going, and essentially we'll just see where we go from there. Whew, Okay, so I believe I've moved everything out of here now, so there's nothing in these two chests, which is kind of silly because they're my only gold chests. I've got a little bit of iron, some of that's still working, that's run out of water, so that's just why that stopped powering it up, and nothing from the frying pan. So pretty much don't really need this room anymore because we're going to be moving these. So I'll probably turn this into some kind of passageway onwards, or maybe it will go down to the power room. Not too sure yet, because essentially I want my power to be accessed by all the different areas in this little base. And of course I might end up having to pipe things into this chest from underneath or something. I'm not entirely sure if logistics pipes let me do that or not, or if it had to be on the top, but I'll find that out. So this is essentially how I'm going to have it done. Yeah, I'm definitely going to need to upgrade that. Well, these chests. So stone goes in here, or different types of stone. So cobblestone. If I had smooth stone, it would be in here. Mossy cobble, netherrack, obsidian, etc. Minerals, so like dirt and gravel. I mean, I'm probably going to end up putting like barrels behind here with the most common ones. So cobblestone will probably go into a barrel behind here. And barrels can hold 64 stacks, so I don't believe I'd end up using more than 64 stacks of cobblestone. Wood, or at least wood related stuff, so signs, sticks, whatever, plant life, so saplings, barley seeds, you know, that general kind of thing. Although that might need to be moved, I'm still kind of deciding on that. Ore related, pretty obvious. Yeah, you guys can get the idea. Machine blocks, the only one I've got is terrain smasher, but things like, you know, the leadstone energy cell and, you know, the furnaces and things like that, they would go in there, and then miscellaneous blocks, so glass, wool, you know, that general kind of thing. Maybe, well, probably not leaves. Leaves will probably go into plant life. And then we have the other side, so mob drops. Try and keep them sorted away from everything else. Paper isn't supposed to be in there, that goes under miscellaneous. But tools, I mean, I probably won't have tons of tools, so maybe leaving this as silver is a better idea. Armor, obviously got nothing in there. Farming related stuff, so this is before it's even allowed to be food. Barley is such a thing, and then actual food that I can eat. Gelatinous slime is in there. You typically wouldn't use it to eat, but I mean, it is an option. You get the idea. Machine parts. The only thing I've got is a tripwire hook, but parts that would normally go into it, like say, those aren't really very good examples, like chipsets and blank modules and all those kinds of things. That's what I kind of mean by a machine part, so they would go into there. I'm not entirely sure if a tripwire hook would be used for anything else. No, not really, so that's probably more of a... it's not even a machine block, it's more like miscellaneous, but it doesn't really matter. And then miscellaneous items. You kind of get the idea there. Books, random things. I would have liked ore related to be on the other side, just because these things aren't blocks. But some of them are, so... yeah, I wasn't really too worried. But that's my nice lovely little storage area. I'm probably going to need a lot more space later on, so I can still upgrade these chests. You know, the only one that's looking close to full is this guy here. And maybe I might just take one of those chests from there and put it into here for now, or just upgrade it soon. Wouldn't be a huge deal, I might even just do it now. But I have my nice little crafting station in the middle here. Makes it nice and easy for me. Pulverized gold can't be used like that because I'm an idiot. Have I got a normal? No, I don't. Yeah, so after that, what I think I might do is just get some kind of good power situation going on. Simply because, you know, I'm going to need a lot of it, particularly for, you know, a lot of the stuff that I plan on automating. I'm hoping to automate a lot of it early on, and that will save me a little bit of stress. And, you know, obviously if a lot of things are automated, I won't have to worry about them later on. Like, it will just end up making things take longer if I don't. So, oh, it's supposed to go the other way around. Damn. That's okay. So 7, 8. and I can put that lot back. I'll just upgrade this chest, and then through the wonderful magic of editing, I have that right in front of me. Yay! And now we've got extra space. So that's kind of cool. Got a whole nother 3 layers of inventory space there, so that's good. Right, now just give me a second and I'm going to figure out how exactly I'm going to want this this whole system, because I'm probably going to want a lot more power than just what's it called? It's not Tinker's Construct, forgotten already. Thermal expansion. I'm probably going to want more power than that. It can do buildcraft energy, but I'm going to need IC2 power as well, so just give me a sec. Okay, how about this, guys? So I was just rearranging some of the bushes that were growing. We've got a nice lovely tunnel area down here. This lot hasn't really changed, but I mean I can go like this now, so just running, well not really running, I might end up moving some of these, but just going right down here, tons of aluminum, and that's all grabbed. This room hasn't changed yet either, that will, but essentially I've just cleared out the whole area from here, so no more furnaces. These guys will get moved downstairs eventually as well, unless I have some kind of, you know, processing room up here and then the power underneath, which will be most likely. And then we just go down here. I'll probably put stairs in, but off we go. This is the area below the farm. I wasn't really sure if I needed this cleared out or not, so I decided to do it anyway. For when we hook up our logistics network, we can leave all of this stuff around down here. Probably end up having to use the chassis pipes, if I remember correctly. You needed a Mark II so that you can have 2 of these. So one is for item syncing, or polymorphic item sync. It's probably in here somewhere. Provider, yeah, and then a provider module as well, so that it can both put items where they're supposed to go and then bring them out as well. There it is, polymorphic item sync, which requires orange dye and iron gear. So, well, and chipsets. I'll probably end up going for chipsets because it will be cheaper in the long run in terms of resources. No real point in, you know, hurting myself in that respect. On top of that, let's see. Oh, just a few little things I'm going to need to put away. And then maybe in this next room under here is where I'll put all the power. Just because this, I mean, this farm here can pretty much run by itself. I just have to go and mow it down every now and then. And again with this one, I mean, pipes can end up running through these walls. I've given myself enough room, plus the door can go through here, so if pipes went through here, they'd be nice and out of the way, along with the fact that it can reach all the storage there. And then power would be in the next room, processing might be above it. I might have to make the room a little bit bigger, rather than, you know, maybe of this kind of size, rather than the piddly little thing that I've done here for, you know, resources. But I mean, those resources are all I kind of need at the moment. So that is good so far. Ugh. Can you guys hear this cicada? There's a cicada that's like right... Yeah, okay. Maybe the close one is like hearing me talk about it. But there's a cicada that's like right beside my room. And oh my god, it is so annoying. Ugh. I was just having a look at the King Slime frying pan. Oh, nope, cicada's going again. Yeah, it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, but it does put a slowness modifier on it, I want to say. Which is to say, you know, if you slap a chicken with it, it won't be able to get away from you. It's kind of like it's used for killing animals, I guess, if you had a pen of them. And I can put 3 modifiers on that as well, but I mean, I'm not going to. Okay, so essentially what we're going to need to do for our power is have a look at some of the thermal expansion engines. So we've got a steam dynamo already, but that costs a lot of coal, or charcoal and whatever. And I currently don't have the means to support that right now. I don't have any sort of tree manufacturing, whatever. So it's probably better that we don't go for steam dynamos, especially since we're probably going to be upgrading from that anyway. Although if we did stick to, well, that's the dilemma, isn't it? So if we did end up doing that tree farm, which we're going to do anyway, then we'd already have all sorts of charcoal in order to use for these things. So it's a bit hard to say. But magmatic dynamo means that we would need a ton of lava, which of course we just don't have. Requires hot fluids. So obviously, we'd need to get that from the nether, because we'd just never have enough. But that would need one of those tesseracts, which we were using in one of my last seasons. We could go for the oil or coal. You can pulverize coal and use that kind of thing. Put it straight into a magma crucible, and that will end up giving us fuel. But I mean, it's just not ideal, So let's just see if we. No, that's not what we want. Wrong one. So back there, coal. I want thermal expansion. There we go. And then it doesn't actually say how much fuel it will do. And that's pretty low anyway. So we can also go for the compression one, which I believe is what requires oil. Compression dynamo fuel. So that's not for magmatic dynamo, that one needs lava. Coal wooden bucket would be compression dynamo. And how much does that need? Requires fluid, fuel, and coolant. Okay, well, if coolant is water, then that's okay, we can sort out water. And solid reactant. So I don't entirely know what solid reactant is. I think that might be uranium or something like that. You know what, actually we are just going to go for the steam dynamo. That seems simplest, and we can hook up a waiter in order to automate this water part. And when we get into a tree farm, kind of setup, we'll be able to just automate that already. Yes, that's just what we're going to do. So we're going to need a few of them, and on top of that we're also going to need to do something which I haven't had to do yet. I've just mainly been pumping energy straight into this guy here. We're going to want to probably upgrade him, so from his leadstone energy cell, maybe we'll just type in energy cell, there we go. So from leadstone we can go into hardened, which requires the invar ingot, cell frame or energy cell. How many invar ingots do I have? Probably something that I should have really decided beforehand, but I am sure you guys won't mind too much. Ferrous metal. No, so we're going to have to make some more, which isn't a big deal. I mean, I'm not too worried. So hardened, invar ingot, and that was a combination of 2 iron per 1 ferrous. So let's just grab out our ferrous. 2 iron dust per 1 ferrous. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Yeah. Nah. Anyway, and that just gets popped straight into there. We can upgrade our nice lovely thing here, Invar blend. On top of that, something else that we're going to need, let's see, leadstone energy frame, no, I want the hardened one. We'll need 4 of those, so that way we can just go like so, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I probably want to use up the rest of this energy, so that's just why I'm making a little bit extra than I probably need to. Although from there we can go onto redstone energy maybe. Will that let us go to redstone energy? Resonant. No, so it goes from leadstone to hardened, and then from redstone to resonant, which we're not really wanting to do. Yeah, so that lot will have to wait. Sorry, I'm just moving around on my chair because I'm stuff, words, things. That was weird. Then on top of that, we're also going to need a way to transfer this energy. So we're going to need, I remember that they had ducts in them. So we've got item ducts, fluid ducts, and that doesn't sound right at all. Give me a second. Okay, so it was a conduit, not a duct. Duct is for water and items. I can either go for the leadstone stuff, or, hang on, where'd it go? Things just started moving and they've transferred out. I don't like how it does that. There we go. I don't really want to go for the redstone one. Hardened energy conduit. Okay, so that requires the lead one anyway. You can either do 3 of them all at once. Although you can... that's a bit weird. 1, 2, 3, 3, 6, 9. Okay, so I can understand how that works. Either way, so we still need to go for the leadstone one first before we can make anything else. So that requires glass, lead ingots, and redstone. So let's just get some more. Let's get some more lead. And I have got glass, and I have got redstone. So lead is what we need. Pulverized lead. Did it say that it needed a particular? Nope, just ingots. Okay. So we'll get a few of those, and that will be good. And then we'll have a way to transfer our power. So let's just pop the whole lot in there. I'm not really too worried. I can always make some more of the dust if I need to craft anything with obsidian, which I'm probably going to have to do, aren't I? Energy conduit. Uses. No wait, it was item ducts. Hardened glass. And then you go from hardened glass. Well, in order to make hardened glass, you need lead and pulverized obsidian. So that will be something that we might have to look into later on, but either way, so I've got that lot, and then I go into here, and then click that, and then click this, 1, 2, that should be enough for now. And then, how much energy have you got? Not much. Yeah, let's just use up the rest of the power in this guy here. And then we can swap them out for the new hardened one. So hardened energy cell is right there. We've got all of our invert ingots ready. So the only thing left is just to get all the power out of this guy. There we go. So I've used up all the power in this guy now. We'll just take him down. Click here. Hardened. Shift click. That didn't work for some reason. Why didn't it work? Energy cell, invert ingots. I've got both, so I don't know what's going on there. That's not a cell. And there we go. So it was working. I don't know why that was happening, but shift left click. It can automatically input, which is fantastic for us. And then from that point, I think we can put some more water in this guy. Here we go, so we're just putting some more water into here, help this guy power up a little bit, his power's going straight into there. I was a little bit confused there. And you can do it with one more bucket, there we go. And that way, if this thing runs out of water again, this guy will have a little bit of power left and we can start moving things as well. These machines will end up going into another room, set up in such a way that they can automatically process things for us, or at least that'll be the plan later on. Let's see, probably didn't need all that copper right away. What else are you used in? You're using a blend, Tinker's Alloy, thermal expansion, ingot, you can use for drawbridges, a whole bunch of stuff that I'm probably not going to use, reactant dynamo, don't plan on using for a while, tesseract I will. Not sure what the upgrade does, or the grafter. It can make sturdy casing, or it can do some stuff for forestry. Upside down pickaxe. Spectacles. Wrench. Yeah. So it does a little bit for forestry. excuse me. And let's see. You can use 1 or 2. So there we go. So that's going to power up a little bit now. Obviously, it's got a lot more room for energy. I think that is 1,000 to 2 million, which I'm completely fine with, of course. So on top of that, machinist's workbench, strongbox. What I really need is some more of these steam dynamos. So we're going to need some more copper gears, some silver, which I didn't get. Let's see. We've got quite a few copper gears now. I'll make... how many of these should I have? I think 4 in total will be fine. So 4 in total means 2, 4, 6, 8. Sorry, 8 copper gears, which means... yeah. Okay, that's good. So let's do this properly then. Oh, that's not how you even do it. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. I realised I made too many sticks, but it was too late. And then that goes there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I have not made enough. How come I haven't made enough? Oh, because I put in half the amount. Doi. So it turns out I was wrong, which does happen, believe it or not. I have been known to be wrong before. Not very often, mind you, but again, it does happen. And I'll just need 2 more. Oh my god, those cicadas are so loud. Okay. Alright, so we've got 8 of them now. And that goes there, and wow, we don't have enough copper gears, really? That is mighty annoying. Well, we don't have enough copper in order to make the copper gears, so that, well, those 3 will make enough copper, but we are going to need a little bit more. Man. Just making a small amount of stuff does take a lot of resources, so keep that in mind. Do a lot of mining off camera if you do my kind of thing, simply because you don't want to look like a silly person for not having all your stuff ready like I do. Okay, so that lot's done. Steam dynamo, that's not even in the right place. I'm going to need 3 4s, okay, and one of these transmission coils. You know what's funny? I didn't need these extra copper gears because I've already got one behind that thing there, so I guess we're making extra copper gears. That's cool. I won't make the extra one simply because that's gonna, waste resources that I don't want to waste. I'm not sure if you can actually melt these down. I think you can. That would be cool. No, maybe not. Maybe because it's forestry. If it was thermal expansion, maybe it would work. I'm not entirely certain. Then again, it's for Tinker's Construct, so who knows. But that's fine, so go like so. 1, 2, and I need 1 more. And then we needed the silver as well. Ooh, and it is important to remember that you can craft on the ground still. So that will work for us right now, since I don't want to wreck what I've got in there already. So, like so, and that's all of our transmission coils. So that can go there, and then I'm still missing one other thing. What was it? More redstone. Just like that. 1, 2, 3. Jesus, that took a while. And then the next thing that we want is a way to automate getting enough water for these things to work. So we are going to need to make some fluid ducts. Fluid ducts and fluid transposer. No, that's not what we want. We can either make a see-through one or a non-see-through one. See-through one requires hardened glass. I mean, not a huge deal, but I don't really care about seeing how much water is in there, so let's just make some of these. We'll probably make 12. Don't want to waste too many resources on it. And then the other thing was, what is it called? It's what you use to get water. Aqueous accumulator, which requires a bucket, a machine frame, a pneumatic servo. So one lot of that. I tried to have as much of the resources ready as possible, but even then I still managed to miss some. Aqueous accumulator, bucket. I don't want to make a bucket. I have a bucket, I can use that. Machine frame. Oh, not that one. Machine frame. There. Cool. Let's make an extra one just in case. We'll probably use it later on. And then I'll just get a bucket, and then we should be all sorted for the aqueous accumulator. The idea of that, guys, is that it will just automatically refill water. But we'll see how we go for that. So, where are we? Bucket. Under tools, I have a lava bouquet. Where can I put this? I don't really want to get rid of the lava because it's kind of precious, but can I go? Oh, that's right. I filled in a lot of these holes so so that mobs couldn't see me. But I think if I just pour it down here somewhere, maybe out of the way. Can I put you straight in? Yes, I can. Good. And I'll probably have to redo some of these. That's fine by me. And then straight into our little set of bushes here. And right. So we've got the bucket. Aqueous accumulator, shift left click. There we go. Now, as far as I remember, it didn't require power, it just had to be by enough water. If I just put you there, yeah. I mean, do you have any other way of going a bit faster, mate? A little bit slow. Let's see, what happens if I put you directly in the water? 1, 2. Well, something else I can try. Let's see, how much room have I got in here? Ah, damn. Not a lot of room then. That's the problem with building all your stuff so close to everything. Okay. I mean, this is only going to be temporary anyway, so we're going to be moving this. So let's just break a few things. And we just want to make sure it works. So grab one of these, grab some water from over there, put that there, put the aqueous accumulator in the middle. Oh, look at that. So that's what I was doing wrong. And then where is our fluid ducts? Essentially the idea, I'm going to have to break a little bit more of the roof, is that this guy, where am I going to want to put these? If I break that, that's going to be fine. Okay. Cool. Okay. So I've got this, guys. It's okay. We can do this. We have the technology, even if we don't want to spend a lot of money. So there is our fluid duct. That can go like so, and I believe water is just automatically going straight out of that. That can go there. Yeah, fluid is water, so you can look directly at it and it just tells you, so don't worry too much. And then up the top here, what I'm gonna do is move that, place these down, and remember this is all going to get moved anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Just play along for now. So by going like so, then I can place all my engines. I don't really want to be standing there, and here, and you can face upwards, sir. Now, as far as I can tell, they're all just going to start powering automatically. They're all full of water now, or at least they're all filling up. They will take a little bit of time, but I mean, this thing gets water really, really quickly, so as soon as it loses a bucket, another bucket goes straight in. Now, can I organise my inventory a little bit better? No. So, let's just do it like this then. You can get a little bit of coal, you can get a little bit of coal, and I'll just use up the last of the coal that this thing had, and that'll help us out a little bit. So, coal goes straight in, steam is automatically there. It's not going up to full for some reason. I'm not sure if that's a huge worry or not, but we've got 80 times 4 red flux per tick. So this thing should be getting red flux very, very quickly. That's essentially how this setup should work. And I mean, I can hide this thing under the ground right below, and then if I wanted to, I could just add more and more of these guys. I've just set it up in such a way that we only needed 2 fluid ducts, even if we got more. But of course I just made more of them for the sake of it. Yeah, so that should end up working just fine, I think. But I am running this episode a little bit long, so I'm very sorry about that. I'm going to try and do a little bit more organisation before I start building everything. I'll try and have all the resources I need on hand. I'll try and look a little bit further into it. And that way, you know, we're not going to have as many problems. So the way that these things were designed to work is that you have an aqueous accumulator, and those can run straight into a dynamo, and then you know, you can run that into whatever your particular device is. So hardened energy cell has a lot more power. I'm probably not even going to fill this up with what I've got here. Why is that running on full steam and this one isn't? That one is, this one isn't. Is there a particular reason? Hard to see. That's got full steam. Oh, hang on, because this is leadstone energy conduits, right, so that's another point that I'll get into next episode. But anyway, I'm hoping that you are all having a fantastic day. How long did that take? I think it's... No, okay, we're going to do this very, very quickly. Sorry for this, guys. Although I'm sure that some of you don't actually care, you're just like, yay, more episodes! Or at least longer. Oh, I just wasted all of that. Anyway, I'm gonna need to go into another form. I did pick up a bat, so we don't have to worry about the fire. Come on, fly. There we go. Fly, you fools! Then we can just pick up all of this. So I'm going to convert a lot of this into something that's going to work a little bit better. Move. Won't take too long, I promise. So we need to move on to hardened energy conduits. So that's leadstone. We can either upgrade 3 at a time with 1 invar ingot, and we've got the redstone. Shift left click, 1, 2, 3, 4, and all of a sudden we've got hardened energy conduits. The reason why it wasn't going up to full steam is because even if it had been, well, even if it was, the amount of energy that this, or the old conduits could take, you know, it was just too much for it. So we can pop that back there, this guy here, and put his coal back in there. Did I lose the coal? Really? Really, game? That's okay. Not too much of a big deal, I'll just steal some coal out of this one. And pop that into there. And there we go. So that builds up steam automatically. That's fine. I'm happy with that. They were building up a little bit of, you know, whatchamacallit. Hang on a second. And now they're not doing it at all. Why is that? Is it going in there? No, it is going in there. Anyway, I think it's just trying to drain everything else first. So maybe even with all of these, we're still hitting our cap. Anyway, I hope that you guys are having a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys next time for moving all of this power generation stuff into another room so that we can start automating other things. Bye, guys!